guys, what's up? So welcome back to my channel. Today, okay, it's probably, you guys probably can't take me that seriously because of what I'm wearing. Who cares? Okay, but I don't know why. I've been thinking about this recently. It's been on my mind actually the past several hours, and I felt like I needed to get it off my chest. But basically what it is alcoholism, substance abuse, whatever you want to call it. It's not a good thing. People go out and praise it, they party, they do whatever. It's not a good thing. No one should be doing that. And these stories that I'm going to tell you, it's nothing to be happy about. It's very unpleasant. I don't like talking about it, but I felt like I needed to get it off my chest. So into the story. This happened when I was about 7 to 10 years old. My parents got a divorce, and we moved from my mom and my brother and I, we moved from North Carolina to California when I was 7. And we met this guy, not going to say his name, and he was totally fine. Everyone got along just fine. We had a great time. And we knew him, give or take, 2 or 3 years. And we knew it, so we tried to be good influences on him. Well, my mom did. He was in the past, he was an alcoholic. He got diagnosed that he was going to die by the doctors if he kept drinking. So he stopped, he went to a support group, and I remember eventually we moved out of my grandma's house because we were living there when I was probably 8 or 9. So we knew him for probably a year or 2. And he was fine. He got his, it was 6 months to a year sober. And one day my mom brought alcohol to our house. She offered it to him. He's fine. He's like, no. He didn't hesitate to say no. Turned it down. Several months go by and my mom's constantly bringing in alcohol. And eventually, he says, fine. I think he had a really bad relapse because he drank so much that day. Afterwards, he didn't stop drinking. And I remember he was deteriorating. He was always happy. He was always an amazing person. And I remember he was getting worse. He was always saying nonsense. Well, he was always saying things that made no sense. He was always talking to himself. He was always getting really weird, creepy, and he wasn't becoming a good person. I remember I could smell the alcohol on him all the time. It was getting really bad. He wasn't abusive. He was just more a drunk kind of guy, just kind of falling everywhere. Not a very good person, unhappy, nothing bad. And I remember one day, I wasn't there luckily, but my mom was. And one day she went in the room and she found him on the ground. He wasn't dead. His breath was barely there. His lips were pale, or they were bruised, they were blue, and his skin was super pale. And we called my mom called the cops immediately. And they were in the hospital for hours. They diagnosed him to be in a coma, and they said he's getting worse and worse, and they probably couldn't save him. So they put him on life support. They said he was going to die anyways. The life support would help him live longer, but he would die eventually. So, of course, no one had the money, so we had to take him off, and he died. Okay, this isn't the end of the story. We're going to backtrack some to a few months after we moved into the apartments. There's this lady. She was incredible. She was one of my inspirations. She was a mother figure. She had a horrible life. And she had no influence on this man drinking alcohol. I probably said his name. Oh well. But she didn't encourage him or anything. It was all him. Most people would say, oh, well, you guys were just kids. You didn't know whether or not she was drinking. We knew because we had lived in an environment where people were drinking. We knew what it was like. We could smell the alcohol on them. Just nothing good about it. Her, she was different. There was nothing like that. She was happy all the time. She was an incredible person. She was so much like a mom to me. We call her Otter Pop Lady because every day she would give us Otter Pops. And we just loved her. If we were ever in need of something, cash, anything, problems, we could go to her and she'd be like, lay your problems on my back and I will take care of everything for you. That's the kind of person she was. And she put a smile on her face through no matter what. She was just incredible. But one day she met this alcoholic man that was coming over to our house. And it influenced her. And she was deteriorating so much more rapidly than this man was. And it was just horrible. It was a bad thing. And I remember she just wasn't becoming herself. She never had Otter Pops anymore. She never had a smile on her face. And also, like this man, she was dying. She, most people would say no one can deteriorate within 6 months to a year so fast. It did happen. Maybe it was like Bruce. She was an alcoholic in the past, but she wasn't around us. I know this. And, so, unlike Bruce, though, when the day came, when she was found on the ground in her room, it wasn't that she was in a coma. She was found immediately dead. Right there. She had died. And, it's one of the hardest times in my life. It's hard thinking about it. But it's just a message to tell you guys, don't drink. It's not a good thing. It never will be a good thing. And you can die from it. It's serious. People think, oh, it's so fun to go out and get drunk to party, but it's not. It's not a fun thing at all, and no one should be doing it. No one should be encouraging it, and no one should be doing it, period. It's hard to live with it, thinking about it. Other people can go about their lives and be happy about it because most people don't know the pains. I'm not saying everyone doesn't, but a lot of, I'm confusing myself. Okay, backtrack. A lot of people don't know the pain of the effects of alcohol. Well, there's several other people that do. So, no one at all should be doing it. No one should be doing drugs. It's also bad for you, obviously. And I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest. It's been bothering me today, and I don't know why. So, that's why we're here. So yeah, don't drink, don't do drugs, eat your vegetables, wear a helmet, get some sleep, in peace.